Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom. Okay, so I want to get into a lesson starting off in Isaiah the 13th chapter and the 14th verse. So Lord willing, this is an edifying lesson to the elect. So I'll go ahead and I'll get straight into it. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe. That's right. It says, and it shall be as a chase roe. So we understand that it's going to be people out here like hunted gazelles, man. Okay, so I'm going to read this from the top again. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 14. And it shall be as the chase roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. That's right. It says, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. That's right. When you understand that it's going to be a lot of people out here completely confounded during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Not knowing which way to turn, not knowing what to do, not knowing who to call on. Okay, but the scripture goes into it in Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 6 about how wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time. Okay, and who are the ones that's going to have that? We understand that the elect of the nation of Israel are the ones that's going to have that during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. Okay, while a lot of you people are going to be like hunted gazelles and completely confounded out here, man, not knowing what to do, man. All right, continuing on. They shall every man turn to his own people. That's right. It says, they shall every man turn to his own people. All right, so we understand that every nation will be with their own nation during that time, man. All right, continuing on. And flee everyone into his own land. That's right. It says, and flee everyone into his own land. All right. And we have seen how a lot of people, a lot of heathens have came over here to America, which is Babylon the Great, and became very rich over here, man. Okay. You have seen how a lot of, heathens left from this place, man, seeing how bad, it's becoming over here, man. All right. So guess what, man? So we understand that it's going to be a lot more people that's going to want to leave America, which is Babylon the Great, seeing how bad it's going to become over here during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, but we know that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to be stuck over here during the time of Jacob's trouble, and they're going to be left over here to get destroyed, man. All right. And I'll continue on to the next verse. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. That's right. So we understand that it's going to be people that's going to get captured out here during the time of Jacob's trouble, and they're going to get destroyed, man. All right. That's what's going to happen. All right. And there's going to be a lot of our people, that's going to be looking, to join with these damn devils, okay, to join with these Edomites, all right, thinking, just because they grew up in the same communities as these damn devils and they went to the same schools, all right, they known, their Edomite, next door neighbor for 10, 15, 20 years, all right, and thinking that they're going to be able to get assistance from this damn devil during the time of Jacob's trouble. And what's going to happen? These Edomites are going to show that they never had love for you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, which are the Hebrew Israelites during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right. And they're going to put a lot of you to death, man. All right. We understand a lot of you are going to get blew completely off the doorsteps, man. All right. These are the things that's going to be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble, man. It's going to get very bad. All right. The scripture goes into it in Proverbs chapter 11 and verse 21 about how though hand join in hand, the wicked shall not go unpunished. All right. So we understand that you're going to get punished right along with these damn devils, man. All right. So let me continue on. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. That's right. So we understand that it's going to be a lot of people that's going to see their children get put to death right before them. Okay. And they're not going to be able to do anything about it. So I'll read this from the top again. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled. All right. And we understand that a lot of people are going to get their doors kicked in, getting their goods took. These are things that's going to be going on during the time of Jacob's trouble. Okay, continuing on. And their wives ravished. That's right, it says, and their wives ravished. What's that's going into? We understand that it's going to be women that's going to be raped during the time of Jacob's trouble. And when you look around, these women, man, a lot of these women are extremely proud out here, man. Okay, a lot of these women heavily support feminism. Okay, a lot of these women are completely out of order. They disrespect their man. Okay, a lot of these women, you know, are totally dependent upon Esau's system, man. All right, but we know, man, you women are going to get humbled very soon, man. It's going to be a lot of women that's going to get raped during the time of Jacob's trouble. All right, continuing on. This is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. And we understand the Medes is going into the Russians, man. All right, that's what it's speaking about. So it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Who's going to stir up the Medes? The Lord. Okay, we know the Lord is going to stir up the Medes to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great, during this next World War, World War III, the third woe. All right, so let me get a quick precept. Let me go to Proverbs. All right, the 21st chapter. Okay, and I'm going to start at the first verse. Okay, this is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. And when you go into that word heart in Hebrew, is lab, which is your mind. Okay, so I'm gonna read this from the top again. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1. The king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. Okay, so we understand that the Lord controls the minds of these kings. Okay, continuing on. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. That's right, it says, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. Okay, so we understand that the Lord is in complete control. The Lord is controlling the minds of these kings. The Lord is controlling the minds of these elites, man. Okay, that's currently these elites of Esau, Edom, that's currently in rulership, man. Okay, so we understand that the Lord is in complete control, man. All right. You're not doing whatever it is that you want to do. You're doing what the Lord wants you to do, man. All right. So now we have that understanding that the Lord controls the hearts of all these kings, man. All right. So let me go back to Isaiah, the 13th chapter. All right. And I'm going to start back at the 17th verse. Okay, this is Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. So we know that's the Lord that's going to stir up the Russians to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, continuing on. Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. That's right. So it's not going to be any amount of money. It's not going to be any amount of negotiations that the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, will be able to have with Russia to prevent them from coming up against this place. No, man, we understand that it's prophesied for Russia to come up against America, which is Babylon the Great, during this next World War, World War III, the third woe, and send missiles over here to completely destroy this place, man. Okay, we understand that it's going to happen. So like I just mentioned, it's not going to be any amount of money that the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, can give to Russia to stop them from coming up against this place. And it's not going to matter how many meetings they set up. All right. We understand that these prophecies will come to pass, man. All right. Continuing on. This is Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces. And the bows are speaking about their missiles. Okay, continuing on. And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. That's right. It says they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. So we understand that they're not going to have any mercy on your babies over here, man. They're going to send those missiles to completely destroy this place and the wicked people that's going to be left down here in America, which is Babylon the Great. Okay, continuing on. Their eyes shall not spare children. That's right. It says their eyes shall not spare children. So they're not going to spare your children, man. Okay, they're not going to spare anybody. All right, like I just mentioned, they're going to send missiles over here to destroy America, which is Babylon the Great, during this next World War, World War III, the third woe. So let me get what else I had. Let me go to Revelation 11 chapter. All right. Go to Revelation 11 chapter. And I'm going to start at the 14th verse. This is Revelation chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past. And we know that the second woe is speaking about World War II. We know that World War II has already passed. Okay, continuing on. And behold, the third woe coming quickly. That's right. It says, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. Okay, and we understand that the third woe is speaking about World War III. Okay, that's what it's speaking about. And we're currently in the beginning stages of World War III. But we understand that this place, America, which is Babylon the Great, will be completely destroyed during this next World War. Okay, like I was going into, 200 million warheads will hit America, which is Babylon the Great, man. Okay, and we know that even America's allies will turn against this place, man. The scripture goes into it in Revelation chapter 17 and verse 16, man. Okay, so it's not going to be anything, like I just mentioned, that the leaders of America, which is Babylon the Great, can do to stop these prophecies from coming to pass. You won't be able to stop America, which is Babylon the Great, from getting destroyed, man. Okay, it's going to happen, man. But we know that the elect of the nation of Israel will be protected and ultimately delivered up out of this place. And we know that the elect will be beamed up into the chariot when the Lord returns with the innumerable amount of angels and chariots with him, and they'll be able to see the great destruction of America, which is Babylon the Great, from the chariot. But we know before this place is destroyed, we know that the CHIP, which is the MOTB, has to be made mandatory. Okay, and it will be made mandatory. You won't be able to buy or sell without taking that CHIP, which is the MOTB. But if you take it, you will be destroyed, man. Okay, so with that said, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson to the elect, and I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rachak. Double honors to my apostles and elders at Great Millstone who rule and teach well, and peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.